Let me introduce myself. I'm Ashutosh Dutta. I work at Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Lab. So good morning from Laurel, Maryland to the world. And I'm so happy to be part of this effort, post IEEE Next C Summit. And there are lots of supporters and sponsors. They're all listed. We have patrons as well. I'd like to acknowledge IEEE Communication Society, IEEE Future Networks, ACM Baltimore chapter, IEEE Region 1, Region 2, CTIF, IEEE Standards Association. First and foremost, IEEE Princeton Central Jersey section, who is the main sponsor for this. Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Lab, Johns Hopkins University Institute for Assured Autonomy. There are many others who have supported this. So I'm the FNI, the Future Network Initiative co-chair. I'm also a Baltimore chapter ACM chair. So I will start about 5 minutes, then I'll invite Professor Prasad, Ramjee Prasad, who is general co-chair, and then Dr. Eman, Hammad will speak, then we'll get to the keynotes. So with that, Wi-Fi information, this is again for the people on site. You should have that. If you're having trouble, please let us know. Okay, so I'll give a little bit of motivation why we are doing this first Next C Summit. This is a picture, kind of a smart city type, where what I'm showing here is as things have evolved since 1980, there are different types of applications are evolving. And this is a slide that kind of shows some applications need high bandwidth, some need low latency, some are like machine-to-machine type communication sensors. So they all have different key performance indicators or KPIs. So if you have to support these in a resilient fashion, at the same time, make it programmable and flexible, you need an underlying network that will be able to support that. So that is the main motivation. So it's all application driven. I know there are some of the keynote talks and plenary talks, they're going to talk about it. So that's why for the last 40, 50 years, we have been evolving, right? And we have been evolving like this. And again, many of you are experts there, so you all know, but just for the general audience, things have evolved since 1980, right, when analog, then every 10 years since then, there has been a new generation of cellular network, right? And obviously there are two camps, 3GPP, 3GPP2, and there is also IEEE, 802.11, and the Wi-Fi side, so there is a coexistence. I'm showing here just a cellular side, but Wi-Fi 7 is also being developed right now, 802.11be, so they have to coexist. So what I'm showing here is the type of application being supported have changed, starting from some email, a few bits, kilobits, megabits, gigabits, and then now we are in the midst of getting 5G deployed, and that means high bandwidth, massive sensing, massive control, et cetera. And then people have started going towards 6G, right? The research has started. And it will continue. So we thought it's an opportune time to talk about Next C, maybe 6G, 7G, it doesn't matter, but we have to go beyond what's happening now. And people have been working, research lab, ITU, 3GPP, IEEE, right? Anyway, so what we did, little bit of memory lane, right? And some of you may have attended 2015, May 26. We had the first 5G summit in Princeton, right? And since then, we have done about 87 of those, 88 maybe including this one. So why we decided in IEEE that it's good to have this kind of summits around the world. So since 2015, we have done about, as I said, 87. So the mantra is global is what is needed locally everywhere. So this is where you can communicate with the local folks, local industry, right? Local academia, and bring folks there, So just to give you an idea of the dashboard view, these are the different parts of the world. There are still some continent we haven't done it. Like for example, Australia, we haven't done it yet. So we have to, we are reaching out to the local IEEE sections chapters. But we have been doing it all over. And so Laurel, the first summit we are doing in the next area, right? If you want to get more idea about, go to 5gsummit.org and you see summits and every year since 2015 around the world, you get access to different recording materials, slides, et cetera, right? So just to let you know. Some glimpses, again, you go there, you can see all the, I'm just picking 3 summits that we did in 2015, starting in Princeton, and Professor Prasad was there at that point, Vince Poor, and he'll be here, and some of the keynote plenary speakers also spoke during that time. Eman Hammad did the 2nd summit in Toronto, and the 3rd one is in Santa Clara, and you can see, I think Chilean will be speaking as well. So, and Gerhard. So we have been continuing to do this, and every time we do, something we are learning, the world is learning, and we are trying to sort of the pain points and gaps, and then we can continue to evolve, right? So just to show, folks who didn't come, we are going to send you maybe the T-shirts. So in 2015, some of you attended. We have this 5G T-shirt. We thought is appropriate to have a next T-shirt. And I don't know, Mitch, if you want to highlight the podium here, there are 2 T-shirts here, the live T-shirts you can see. And if you want to get a copy, please send me a mail. I will send it to you. So, and all the sponsors. So I think this is many places people have already started. So what is the outcome? One of the, besides getting industry involved, research lab involved, IEEE itself has benefited as well, right? So after the 2015 5G Summit, we thought there is a big interest in trying to do something in this area. So Future Direction Committee, we came up with IEEE 5G Initiative. Well, after 1 year of debate, we said, let's call it Future Network Initiative. So right now, we are in the 6th year of IEEE Future Network Initiative, which is in Future Direction Committee. And now it's going to get graduate, and it's going to be absorbed by about 7 or 8 different societies. I just wanted to let you know some of the outcome of this kind of summits, and there are many others have happened. I just thought I'll point this out. There are many ways you can get involved. We have Future Network World Forum, Connecting the Unconnected, conference, publication, etc. So if you go to futurenetworks.IEEE.org, you will find different ways. And Narendra Mangra, who is our INGR co-chair, he will be speaking details about it, one of the track later on. So please stay tuned for that, listen to that. Okay, so now thanks to the organizing committee. So I'm Ashutosh, Professor Prasad. He'll be speaking briefly right after this. And Dr. Eman Hammad, she's also here, and she'll be speaking later on before we get to the actual keynotes. Organizing committee, TPC co-chair Jeff Chavis, Mithun Mukherjee, Yvonne Sester. We have track co-chair Jared Everett, Roger, Ryan Pepito, Rita, Sean Rashard. Thank you. We have registration co-chair, Don, thank you for coming in and helping send this e-notices, Gomlan, Wale, Fran Connell, and Purbaraj Kotia from IEEE. We are very fortunate to have many experts, well-renowned folks, part of the steering committee all across. If you can see, some of them are keynote speakers today, or plenary speakers. They're from all parts of the world and different diversity as well. So I'd like to thank the steering committee for helping us, providing the encouragement and advice, suggestions, and we look forward to getting the similar thing. This is the first Nexus Summit. We are continuing to do for 2nd and 3rd. So anybody out there like to do it, please let us know, and we'll make it happen, just like we did 5G Summits. So with that, we have keynote speakers today, Professor Henning Schulgerin, Columbia, Dr. Misha Dollar from Ericsson, Dr. Valenzuela from Nokia Bell Labs, Dr. Sumit Roy from USD R&D. And we have 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon. There are plenary speakers. There are about 12 plenary speakers we have, and 32 track speakers, 8 for each, and Eman will give a rundown of that. So I have Chilean, Alex, Vinay Ramons, Ari, Charles Clancy is up here. Many of the speakers are here. Rajiv, Slim, Manisha, Paying, Jan is here, and Sal. So they also cut across different types of verticals. And then we have track speakers, technology 1, we got 8 of those, and they'll be done later on, between 1 to 3. Technology 2, and what we did this time, it is not only invited, we also gave an opportunity to the world to submit proposals. So we have a mixed invited speakers and also people who have new ideas. We went through it. So in the spirit of IEEE, we wanted to keep it open. And then we have research track, similarly for 2 research tracks, and there are 18 each. Okay, and lastly, we have to really thank IEEE Princeton Central Justice Section, who organized the first summit, Princeton Summit at Princeton University. And here we are doing at Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Lab, IEEE Future Networks, where I'm one of the co-chair. And thank you for your technical sponsorship and other supporters I mentioned. Thank you, thank you. Okay, and lastly, without the patronage from these companies, Vector Data, Keysight, Nokia Bell Labs, Ericsson, Vibe Solutions, and Hughes, thank you again for your generous support to make this happen. So with that, at this time, Professor Prasad, before I hand it over to Eman, would you like to say a few words?
Can you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Greetings from Denmark and good morning to the US. When it was planned, I had decided to be physically present at the venue, but unfortunately, because of my ill health and doctor advice not to fly a long distance, I'm not there. I'm really sorry, but hope to see you all in the future very soon. As Ashutosh mentioned, the first 5G summit we had held in Princeton in 2015, exactly 7 years now. It was May 2015, now we almost close to May, June 2022. We are having the first NextG summit, and we can go ahead 6G, 7G, 8G. Instead of calling 6G, we are calling it NextG summit. And I would like to thank Ashutosh very much. He took the lead. He organized a very good program, top speakers from globally. So I'm quite sure it will be great success. And wishing you all the best. And definitely a lot of things will happen in coming time, coming months. And NextG summit may be held very soon at some other part of the world. So wishing you all the best. Enjoy the event, one-day event, but it will be very fruitful and successful. Wishing you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Prasad, for your encouragement and putting this idea into us. So it's timely that we're doing it. So I'd like to invite co-chair Dr. Eman Hammad to come and go through the technical program. Then we'll start with the keynotes.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So a quick outline of what our day would look like. So we're gonna continue in one track session for the morning. So in a few minutes, I'll introduce our first plenary for the day. And then we'll have a short coffee break, and we will have our second plenary. Then after lunch, we're gonna break into four sessions. So our breakout rooms physically on site are around the main room here, and online you will be in Zoom breakout sessions. So the afternoon sessions are NextG Technology 2 sessions and NextG Research 2 sessions. So with that, a few highlights of the morning plenary session. We have a keynote titled Scaling Networks Up and Down. And for that, we're glad to have Professor Henning with us from Columbia University, Shilan from China Mobile, and Charles Clancy from MITRE, and then Ari Poto from 6G Flagship. In the second plenary session, we have the keynote number 2, titled Now is the Perfect Time to Talk 6G, with Misha Dollar from Ericsson, Alex Princeton, NSF, Ian Wong, Viavi Solutions, Raymond Chen, Keysight, and Vinay Srivastava from TSDSI. In the afternoon plenary sessions, we have 2 keynotes. The Road to 6G with Rinaldo Valenzuela, Nokia Bell Labs, and Beyond 5G Network Customization for US DoD with Summit Ray from OUSD R&E. Highlights of some of the speakers in that session: Rajiv Gobel, Mohammed Salim Al-Awaini, who's joining us virtually, Monisha Ghosh, Salvador Daytree, and Abiyang Zhou. I'm sorry for the names, but hopefully got most of them right. With that in mind, we can proceed to the first morning plenary session. It's my pleasure to introduce Jeffrey Chavez, who's the chair of the morning session.
Hello, welcome. Just wanted to take a few moments to welcome everybody to the NextG Summit. Excited for the material that we'll be hearing today, for the conversation that we'll be having today, for the socialization and the resulting synergy that will come from sharing this information across the community. I invite you to partake in all of the sessions that you can and share the things that you see with others. You'll be hearing from us and others through the day. Now I'll invite you back to invite the first couple of speakers. Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff. All right. So our morning plenary session, I'll quickly go through the bios. So Professor Henning, good morning. Professor Henning is a Levi Professor of Computer Science at Columbia University. Chi Lin is the Chief Scientist of Wireless Technologies. Charles Clancy is the Senior Vice President from the General Manager of MITRE Labs here in person. And Ari Boto, he has the scientific and engineering experience as a researcher, project manager, and research manager in various domains of ICT development. With that, Jeff, do you want to start? Thank you so much, and there you go.